nice. Anything you do, it will be against you. My love, is in your body from when you told me that you will be coming back. You love the world, that's the way you say you will never be God is not to die for my sin. Whosoever believe in him shall not perish but has everlasting life. When are you coming back? The eternal they are fighting. Brother, they say they are fighting. I am tired. I am tired. Oh, I am tired. I am tired with this world. I am tired. I am tired with this world. I'm going to the Lord. Be a bag in your mind. 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 Be a bag. Be a bag. Can we go, Lala? Munaoba free, get over for the Ganye. Monday, Koga for the Horela. Naya be a bay in your mind. You will go back to where you come from. I will not open it. You must go back to where you come from. I can't open it. What kind of job you doing? You always tell me who live. What kind of place you working? You always tell me who live. So I got it, but I can't open it. I'm sorry for you, I will never open it. Every night you want me open it. Every time you want me open it. Day and night you just not in it. Oh baby, only you your process long so much. I see. Now I know. I will not open it. I can't open that door. If you want to break it, go ahead and break it. If you want to spoil it, go ahead and spoil it. I can't open that door. You got my melody, I will not open it. If you got my lovely, I can't open that door. You will go back to where you come. I will not open it. You must go back to where you come. I will not open it. You will go back to where you come from. You must go back to where you come from.
Please listen to me. I had a lot of work to do at my office. This is why I'm coming home late. I also had to drop my husband home. This is why I'm coming home late. In fact, there was so much traffic. Red light traffic, Fremont traffic, Barton traffic. This is why I'm coming home so late. Please, I beg you, open the door. I love you.
Everything you telling me, I can't open that door. I will not open it. Barton traffic, Lokitan traffic, Newton traffic. I can't open that door. You will go back to where you come from. I will not open it. If you got my melody, I can't open that door. You will go back to where you come from. I will not open it. You must go back to where you come from.
Because it's me tonight, you don't want to open the door. You are there preaching like the preacher's wife. You can remember the other day you went to plait your hair, you never returned after 2 o'clock in the night. You went to face your nails down the road, you stayed there the whole day, you keep out 6 o'clock in the evening. What's your problem? You went to carry your friend halfway, you stayed there at 6 o'clock in the morning before you came home. You went for a wedding meeting the other day, you came out 2 o'clock in the night. Remember, what goes around comes around. Now the 9 days for roll, 1 day for the master. The same roll that him monkey can also him bamboo. They can also him help you. But I beg you, open the door here, Africa inside.
Yeah, that's what I talking about the people.
Oh yeah.
I will open the door. I just don't want you to sleep faster than what I'm going to open the door.
Yeah, open it.
Guys, You will go back to where you're coming from. You must go back to where you're coming from. You will go back to where you're coming from. You must go back to where you're coming from.
That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. When you love is somebody, but I love is someone else you don't know. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. When you love is somebody, but I love is someone else you don't know. That's how love goes sometimes. Darling, you promised to love me. Now I'm seeing you are loving someone else. This is the kind of love that you promised me. While I'm loving you, you are loving someone else. That's how love goes sometimes. Darling, you promised to love me. But now I'm seeing you are loving someone else. This is the kind of love that you promised me. While I'm loving you, you are loving someone else. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. When you love somebody, but I love someone else you don't know. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. When you love somebody, but I love someone else you don't know. That's how love goes sometimes. Darling, you promised to love me, but now I'm seeing you are loving someone else. Is this the kind of love that you promised me? While I'm loving you are loving someone else. That's how love goes sometimes. Darling, you promised to love me, but now I'm seeing you are loving someone else. Is this the kind of love that you promised me? While I'm loving you are loving someone else. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. When you love somebody, but I love someone else you don't know. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. That's how love goes sometimes. When you love somebody, but I love someone else you don't know. All right, folks. So tonight, we are now going to go political tonight. You know, we live in America and we got a lot of stuff here affecting us. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of people who know how to press the button. And there are a lot of people who also do not know how to press the button to get going. There are a lot of people who don't even have sufficient time to be home to be able to do that. So considering all of those small things and time availability, the Congoman Multi-Services Consulting, KMC for short, LLC. This 2023, we're not only going to be talking about politics. We're going to tap into so many stuff on our plate so that you, our people here in America, you can be able to do exactly what you're supposed to do day in and day out, in addition to your own God blessing, the way you serve your God. Because in a human environment, there are a lot of things we need to do every single day, especially in America. A lot of things. Simple mistake you make is easier, but to get out is difficult. So tonight, we're going to be doing something we call Q&A. We don't know it all. Let me do this disclaimer. Our agency is not a law firm, and we are not lawyers.
So everything we're doing here is basically based on our own training and curiosity and research. And there are a lot of information we've been providing to people, or for our people, our customers, and other family members that call on us to advise. We are doing better, evident by the feedback. Okay? So just so you know, everything we do here is basically family-based immigration services, which is allowed and authorized by the United States government through USCIS. In fact, the system is built like that, family-based. That doesn't mean you can't go to court. If you have an immigration situation that we cannot handle it because we are not lawyer, of course you got to go to court. But basically, we handle the no-lawyer aspect of the process, okay? All the paperwork, that's what we do. We don't go to court, okay? We can also advise you what to do for the most part, but it's most money we're able to do it. So tonight, our conversation tonight is going to be focusing on the unacceptable backlog at the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS for short, and the National Visa Center, NVC/US Embassy near Monrovia. So, what can we do to draw the attentions of the American policymaker to resolve these huge backlogs as taxpayers? That is our topic tonight. Prior to, folks, you all give me a few seconds, okay? You just give me a few seconds. We'll talk getting tonight. Few seconds. All right. I'm supposed to put music on before I go, but anyway, you're sorry about that. I need to do something real quick, okay? So you're sorry. So this year, we decided that we will have a lot of stuff on our plate. Business, education, financial, social issues, including our children's school business in America, because this is where we live. And also bringing up about some resource information if you are living in a small town or in a big city, a big state, what can you do when you have certain situation for any reason? Going to provide those some of those resource information. In addition to that, I don't know about your community, but I live in Granville, North Dakota. Our community is recognized by the state of North Dakota. Legally, we are recognized. And we can propose things to them. We can reach out to policymakers at the level of the state, and they will listen to us. They will look into it. This is one of the fundamental reasons why I love this country so much, to be honest. Because we are taxpayer. Every 2 weeks we take pay. Before we get our pay, Uncle Sam already got their taxes. It's no negotiation about that. And once you do that, you stay out of trouble for the most part. I know some people try to stay out of trouble, other people trying to trouble them. I get it though. I get that. That is the ugly side of human society. Okay? So folks, please do not call until I open the phone line officially. Do not call Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting. If you want to text, you can text. The two phone numbers are online. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, as you can see now. And also you can get to us on WhatsApp. You can go to our website and also get us. But please do not call tonight until I open the phone line if you want to participate in the conversation. So we're not going to go like our normal political conversation. By the grace of God, every other weekend, we will be doing this. We will grab one topic, we'll bring it. I got certain of our energetic, female in the community. We're going to be inviting them because they got, bigger say in what we call social issues. Because women, we take care of children for sure, we do, but the women do more than we do based on statistics. So I think that we have better ideas. So we can discuss Liberia, but we cannot continue to discuss Liberia every day. And we got issues right here where we got a source of money and support for our people in Liberia. And we sit there and grieve and die. Then they say they're wishing. Don't even go to Africa and come back, something happen to you, die. They say you go to Africa, they put wish you because you live in America. You live in America, you help people in Africa, especially Liberia, because that's where I come from too. How can they kill you? When they kill you, they don't get money no more. It's almost like somebody employ you and they pay you good bucks, and you and your children, you and your family, you depend on their pay, and now you kill the person. Then how do you, don't be like Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson doctor, they live Michael Jackson doctor. 450,000, you go overdose the man die, you don't get paid no more. Don't be like that person. I don't think our people are like that. For my people, they are very loving, my family people. No, in fact, when I say I'm going to Liberia, they're happy, So we need to discuss some of the issues here too. When last somebody on my live view went to PTA meeting, their children PTA meeting. When last some of us here participated in the school district meeting, which is published most of the time. Here in North Dakota and most part of Liberia, not Liberia, United States, citizen state, they got something they call right to know. That right to know that they translate that into a publication, newspapers. They send it to your door. They say you need to know. It is not that we're doing favor for you. This is the law and you the taxpayer, you pay for it. They send newspaper to our doorstep. They send yearly calendar to our doorsteps. Everything you need to know, basic information, everything there. Even if you came to Granville today as a stranger, you grab one of those calendar, it's there. Okay? So my people, before Donald Trump came to power with all that array of anti-immigration executive orders, the immigration system here was so much perfect and super easy. In real time, I've been doing this thing for over 7 years. But I was doing it as Francis Dunner. I was not doing it as a LLC or corporation, whatever you call it. I was not doing it as established organization. I was just helping people. You will just package the paperwork and send it, and they will take care of it. National visa, USCI approve it, then national visa send you email, and once you collect all the financial documents, civil documents, you submit, you just package it and send it to their address in New Hampshire. 6 weeks later or less, that family member that you filed for their interview is scheduled, and 2 weeks later after the interview, they get their visa, they write you once you get a plane ticket. Today, it's not like that. There were multiple executive orders targeting legal immigration during Donald Trump time, to a point where USCIS could not even get money. According to Congressional Budget Department, legal immigration was cut down by 48 to 49%, to a point where Homeland Security almost laid off people prior to COVID. So they got into this situation of funding, and Homeland Security, if I'm not mistaken, probably is the number 2 or number 3. Okay? Largest federal agency in America. And they are all over the world. That's how big the agency is. Okay? Today, the simplest excuses USCIS, National Visa Center, and the embassy, U.S. embassy across the globe, specifically Liberia, they are telling all they have a huge backlogs as a result of COVID. But the good news is COVID is over. COVID is done. We are taxpayers. How can somebody be waiting for immigrant visa interview for 2 years in the queue, to a point where affidavit of support form already expired? The tax document expired. Some of these civil documents like police clearance expire. It is horrible. Some people have been waiting for 3 years already. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, they approve them. They send it to National Visa Center. National Visa Center collect all the paperwork as required by law. They say the embassy have not yet signaled them to schedule John Brown interview. That is a chain of command. They collect all the information and they let the embassy know we got it. So the embassy now got to signal them to say, hey, we're ready for Peter or we're ready for Paul case. Then they send you that single email, those of you that done it before. That's what Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting do here. That's what we do. That's our own pattern. So we know exactly what we're talking about. People have been waiting from 2019. They're still waiting. Some people priority date expire. Since 2017, USCI have not even approved them. Before today, when you submit an I-130 to bring your relatives, whether they're your husband, whether they're your wife, whether they're your children, all the people that are family-based immigration, people who are eligible to come, people that you are legally allowed to bring them, the average approval rating was between 5 to 7 months. If there were any request for additional documents to establish a relationship, probably will go to 1 year, max. That's how it was. How can somebody be waiting from 2017 for their case to be approved? Every single case that is submitted, even up to now, at the level of USCIS, there is an estimated processing time. And in most instances, that estimated processing time will not even hit target. They will process that case and get it approved. If they can't approve it, they will let you know why. Now, if that processing time will not work for that center, now remember, they got 5 regional benefit centers they call processing centers. Some processing centers got huge backlog there already because of intake of applications. So whenever that single application, for example, of yours, because they monitor it too, if they know that that processing center will not process your application based on the estimated processing time, they themselves will transfer it. They call it outside processing time. They themselves will transfer it, and they will notify you that we transfer your case because it will get into cut off time. Today, they are not doing that. We're doing it. Because our customers are coming to us, and we're asking them to take picture, people that we didn't work for initially anyway. Those that we work for, they don't have to tell us. We just do it because we already got the information. We are telling them to send a notice of action paperwork. When you initially submit, those of you that did it before, and you all know what I'm talking about. Some of you hire a lawyer, that's fine too. Some of you went to Lutheran Social Services. Some of you went to those not-for-profit organizations. If you are living at the level of Philadelphia, a lot of you people go to Akana. You know, our big brother sit over there, who has been very much resourceful, to our program. I'm going to call people names here. Some people don't like that. So maybe some of you go to Kelly charitable people, but let your holy constant. So notice on action, when you submit a paperwork, they give you that to let you know that we receive your paperwork, and they will get receipt number on that notice of action paperwork. It's like you apply to a job online, you submit your application, and the online portal send you automatic information to your email that this agency or this employer received your application and they are reviewing. So when we get that, we'll track it and we'll match it with that processing center that case went to, and we'll go online and check it. Once we check it, it is outside of estimated processing time, then we'll do inquiry. We'll do inquiry, letting immigration know, or USCIS, hey, this case is out of processing time. And guess what? The response period is about 15 days. They will let you know that yes, it is outside of processing time, but it is not your fault, it is not our fault, it is the workload at that center that causing that problem. Okay? So it is ugly. National Visa Center, over 3 to 4 months now, they shut down their telephone number. They shut it down because of huge call intake. They shut it down. Now they are even making it more difficult for ordinary people. So most of our people in our immigrant community, they like to call to hear people to say what they got to say to them. And the whole immigration issue is not for U.S. citizens. It is for us. People that are born and raised here, ain't for them, my people. Immigration was established as a result of immigration to the United States. It benefits both parties. People that come in legally and the United States government. Imagine where we're now here. Right now in North Dakota, a lot of employers got Baybo up here. We are hiring and they tell you how much they're paying. They put it on the Baybo. And there are a lot of companies here, including the company that printed our calendar, got late. But we say sending it out to our customer to tell them thank you for doing business with us. Staffing issue. So the primary fundamental reason America established or enacted this thing we call immigration law, primarily economic issue, diversity, and you name it. Inside that diversity, plenty of things there. You know who established YouTube? Immigrants did it from MIT. You know who established Google? Immigrants did it. So the country is open. They're not doing favor for you and I. It's a win-win approach. And moreover, we are taxpayers, and that's a good part about it. So we can speak to these issues. They issue a backlog, COVID is over. They need to do their job the same way we're doing our job. You cannot have somebody in the queue waiting for interview to go to the U.S. Embassy in Liberia or other embassies around Africa for 3 years straight. And when to go, you say, oh, this one expire. Police clearance expire. Affidavit form expire. This one expire. Then they deny your family or they refuse them visa, not ready denial, under 221G. 221G, it means that there are certain information supposed to be there, certain document expire, or maybe you didn't give it to them, and National Visa Center, you actually submitted, but National Visa Center already told you, even though you submitted all these documents to us, but when your loved one going to the embassy, they have to take everything to them. Legally constant affidavit of support. That form expire every end of the year. And the fact that you submitted everything to National Visa Center prior to scheduling an interview, they're not going to tell you to do new affidavit of support. Your loved one going to go to the embassy. We are providing guidance for our people anyway, so we check it before they go to the interview. Because whenever the interview is scheduled, it's usually between 27 and 28 days. So before that time, we'll talk with our customer and say, let's check it out. If it is already expired, let's check the police clearance, let's check this, let's check that. We check everything. If any red flag there, we repackage it and give it to them. They give it to their loved one. They give it to FedEx to get it to them. Because the administrative procedure at the embassy, U.S. embassies across the globe, is that the visa counselor at that window has discretional power, last button, to make decision regarding issuing visa. Whether immigrant visa to come and live in America permanently or visiting visa. All the other visa, student visa, employment-based visa, work visa, any kind of visa you think about at the level of U.S. Embassy. The visa counselor has discretional power to determine whether you get a visa or not. And they can actually refuse you. And they will put you on administrative processing. If they are not satisfied with whatever they're seeing in the system, they can send that whole thing back to State Department. I got customers that are in that category. They can send it back to the State Department. And when they send it to the State Department, because State Department does not do approval, State Department have to send it back to USCIS. That one, you're inside now. They're not general business. And the funny thing is, so now they just revoke it. And you have to redo all over. Okay? So there are a lot of questions than answers. Okay? So we coming to you tonight based on the numerous feedback that we have received. I think we have the opportunity to know a little bit about everything we're just talking about. But there are so many of our people that do not have the opportunity to even understand what is going on. Now, there are different categories of forms. And there are different processing time based on age. And if you never heard it before, let me tell you today, there is no age limit to file for somebody to come from wherever they need to come from. Anybody who told you, say, when your child reaches 20 years old, you can't file for them, that's not true. Anybody who told you, say, when they're 21, they can't come to America again, and they are pa here, they are ma here, they are whosoever here, that's not true. That's not true. Somebody told me, say, someone told them, when the child 17, you can't file for them. That's not true. Okay? However, different age, different processing time. For example, age 0 all the way to 20 is regular processing. That child of yours, whether you're citizen or not, that application, when it is submitted, could be approved between 5 months to, based on what is going on now, 24 months. Now in all cases, because of the same thing we're talking about, COVID backlog, it will hit that. But before COVID came, before Donald Trump became president, it will be between 5 to 7 months. That age group from 0 all the way to age 20. From 21 and above, the initial processing time is around 3 years. I missed that. From 21 to 35 is 3 years. From 36 all the way up, 5 years. That's the processing time for that age group. If your daughter, you file for them, or you want to file for them, but they are married, or your son is married, you can file for both of them. Okay? But this is the way you will be qualified to do so. You must be U.S. citizen. If you are not U.S. citizen and your daughter married to Paul Brown, or your son married to Mary Brown, then you cannot file for both of them. No, it can't work. Or better still, they are married in Liberia, that information stay right there. File for them single. Or you already filed before they got married, just put them married one side. They just stay just like that. Okay? So when they go to the interview, they ask them whether they're married, they can admit it, that they are married. That way, when they come to the United States, under the law, once they get their green card, they can file for their husband or they can file for their wife. That is the law. That means says so. Immigration says so. Okay? If you are here, you are U.S. citizen, whether you male or you woman, and you want to file for your brothers or you want to file for your sisters, and you got one of the parents in common or both parents, yes, the law says you can file for your brother, you can file for your sister. No age limit, any age. And some people been saying, oh, they say when I get full stamp, I can't file for nobody. That's not true. All that thing Donald Trump brought, Joe Biden rescinded everything. In fact, not a majority kind of, most of these anti-immigrant executive order want to call the challenge it. Immigration lawyers challenge it. People that believe in immigration because it benefits them. Diversity benefits everybody. And that's what I love about this country. So there will come a time when things become stable, we'll start to talk about some of the forms. Because other people just feel everything is just built in a stone. And everybody's scared of immigration. That's true. You need to be scared of them. But I don't think you need to be scared when you're not doing anything wrong. Everything is written. Another thing I want to talk on before I open the phone line, the issue about the DV. The issue about the DV is also considered a former immigrant. Because if you win the DV, you play the DV you want it, you're not going to fill out DS-160, which is basically for visitor. You're going to fill out DS-260. So everything that you miss doing playing the DV, when you win the singing that phone, that's the time you need to correct it. That DS-260 will live with you for the rest of your life in this country when you fill it out. You need to fix it right there. So for example, the last time I said it, if you play the DV, you were single. Maybe you had child or children, but the woman you have this child by, they didn't make you to understand that was your child. Now, before you want the DV, then they come to say that your child, and in Liberia, we ain't got DNA system for you to prove it. So my best advice is, if you already knew that that child is yours because the girl told you, or the woman told you, let me not say girl, and you pass the DV, put that child name on that DS-260. Put their name there. And the simple answer, if you went to that window, the visa counselor asks you, Paul Brown, you played the DV single, you didn't have no child, now we see child on your DS-260. My people, they want that easy answer yet. Before I played the DV, my girlfriend didn't tell me. We were loving a long time. You people over there, They can understand. And they understand that society more than we do. And that is the reasons why the U.S. government gave them discretionary power, because they are domiciled, because they live there. They live there. They know the behavior of the people. The people in Washington, D.C. don't know our behavior in Liberia much as compared to the people that live there. The visa counselors and folks that are working at the embassy, they live in the host country, my people. That is a simple logic. My girlfriend didn't tell me, say, they child was for me. But later on now, she told me, so myself too, I put a child on the DS2 system. But make sure you get your birth certificate, you get your passport, you get everything ready. My people, in most instances, you pass that interview. Alone, you don't get all the nyama on you. You pass it. Because they're not going to bring university or Liberia information to you to go do calculus. No. It is basically what you put under your DV paper, your DS2 system. Those are the questions that are coming back to you. If you were single, you play the DV, before the result came, you got married, my people, put your woman in there or put your husband in there. If you want to do it, okay, that one too, all right. Because a lot of people ain't got confidence in themselves. And let me tell you again. Philosophers, social philosophers, they say the best thing you can do for yourself to be a better person is to have self-confidence. By believing in yourself. Nobody going to do that for you. You need to do that for yourself. If you continue to self-defeat yourself, that is what you're going to be like. So the DV result is coming out again, not too far. According to USCIS, Kentucky Center, by May, the result going to be out. And we play for a lot of people, me and my buddy. Don't be surprised we come to you on this platform to ask you to help our people, because guess what? They're going to start coming and ask for affidavit support. Trust me. Because that's part of the process. So, my people, this education, we're going to come up with different form. Why they do this, why they didn't do this. And that DS2 system issue is very, very important. If you fail out that DS2 system, you got one child or you got two children in Liberia or other part of the world, if you are under my live view right now, you are watching. You are not a Liberian. No problem. This program is not only for Liberians, okay? It's for all of us immigrants. Because we want to bring our people here so they too can live the American dream. Imagine you get your mom in Liberia, you get your dad there, or you get portion of your family over there, living here single, bulk of your money goes there. So when you bring them, that stress, it reduces significantly. So it is important. So if you deny yourself, you don't get child. According to your DS2 system form, you fail that when you want a DV. All right, he ain't going to follow you because Liberia don't have the kind of system yet. That child was born somewhere. They didn't even get social security number. They didn't get no birth certificate, no birth records in real time. So you will come. But when you come here now, you get your green card. Then you start, oh, I left my baby in Liberia. Oh, I left my, son in Liberia, all that stuff there. You're going to file for that. I know for sure. So immigration going to review your form I-130. That's the form we use to file for relatives and other family members. They will review it and say, but the person said they didn't get no child, now they get child. So they will take that DS2 system form that you filled out, because other than share information with each other, USCIS, State Department, and the embassy share information with each other. That's why when you get one case they're running and you're going for another thing, then they meet. Okay, that's right. They will just print it out and add it to that paperwork. When you are extremely lucky, when you are lucky, they will write you nicely, quote the law, and tell you say intent. The top part, REF, which means reference, intent to deny. Now they're going to come up with different nyama stuff in our Liberian English, okay? Making requests to make certain document available. To submit it, they will give you 33 days. Usually that's what they do. If you do not submit those requested information and that 33-day pass, that case is permanently denied. That means your child not coming? No, they're not coming. But any immigration form you file for whatever reason, including citizenship, don't be scared of the people. Don't be scared of that paperwork that come to your doorstep. It's not an arrest warrant. Anyway, arrest warrant don't come to the door that the police people can bring it to you and they're taking you. So that is not an arrest warrant. It's considered civil. Okay, don't be scared of it. Whenever immigration give you time, sometimes they get 33 days, sometimes they get 64, sometimes 90 days. They will give it to you. They say, hey, we'll review everything you give us. But based on our revision, this is our decision. If you disagree, we give you this number of time to appeal. If you agree with us, no action is required. You see it? It is written perfectly. And some of those letters will be at least 3 to 5 pages. Now, that's another backlog right there. I mean, another, how do I call it? The whole thing, you get 5-page document, right? Many people will just look at it and say they will just finish with this now. They're not going to that. But my best advice is give it to us. We'll read it for you, we'll interpret it, and we'll tell you exactly why it is, and then we'll pick up from there. Or better still, depending on the intensity of your matter, go to a lawyer, because the lawyers know better than we do. And we don't go to court. We do not go to court. But the good news is, America, the immigration system is a family-based immigration system. So majority of the issue, we can actually make some effort, including appeal. Because they're not telling you to go to court. They're sending you a form, or they will start a website to go there, download that form, fill it out, and state your reason why you disagree with it. So we can do that, but you got to pay us, though. You got to pay us. Because we got to say that. We got to do research for you and be able to make sense. All right? So tonight, question and answer. Before you come in, before I call the numbers for you to call, let me just lay on you. My own way, the way I'm looking at it, because myself, I pilot it in here. My own family people too waiting. They've been waiting since 2019. Let me be honest with you. And this is an area where sometimes some people get a little bit irritated. They say they're getting frustrated. No, you can't get frustrated. Because there are plenty of protocol and channels here in America to interact with your policymaker. They play not like Liberia. Just know what to do. Don't talk with your state people. State people can't handle it. Anybody who is a state representative, you want to go to them, you can go to them. You want to go to Citizenship, go to them. But don't deal with them. You got to deal with the people at the level of federal government. If somebody in your state who is a representative in Congress, you can deal with them. Someone who represents your state as a citizen in the U.S. Senate, you can talk to them. But tonight, I want to make it public. Okay? And this is my suggestion. Because all of us, including the lawyers do not force immigration to do anything. They don't force them to do anything. They will submit your paper. They will follow up. Immigration got their own timeline they're dealing with. National Visa Center will not do anything if the embassy don't tell them, say, we're ready for Peter, we're ready for Paul. You go to, some people have been telling me, say, somebody say we can sue them. Okay, go sue. Maybe that will work. But guess what? And we benefit from money, right, because of COVID. And they give us small money. Y'all know that. Some of our old student loan because we went to school here and they our graduate program. Under the same COVID Act, they suspended it. Up to now, I'm not paying student loan. It's suspended. It paused. In fact, I was to start paying, all of us were to start paying this January. But the $10,000 Joe Biden government talk about waiving, other people went to court. Supreme Court and said Joe Biden government should not waive nothing. People who owe the government should pay. So because of that, they pause it again because of that litigation at the level of Supreme Court. So my general knowledge is you can go to court to sue National Visa Center for delaying your family paperwork if you want. That's your right. You can go to a lawyer to do that for you. You can go to court. You can go through your lawyer again to go to court to sue USCIS. That's your right. Okay? But this is my general knowledge, general idea. Okay? The federal government through the Department of Justice going to tell the court it is because of COVID all the thing happening. And what are you going to do, ordinary person? And most lawyers are not going to take your case. Because there are a lot of lawyers, immigration lawyers are very, very honest. Majority of them honest. Some might take it though, don't get me wrong. Some will take it and take your money from you. Just I 130. I follow up. Client attorney relationship. Some of these lawyers are charging $3,500 to $4,000. I'm telling you for sure. A work that we can do for less than $1,000. Lawyers are taking $3,000 to $4,000 or more. Now you want to go to court to sue the federal government? Okay. We live in America. You can do it. Other people going to court to sue Joe Biden government for waiving $10,000 from our student loan. They're not even waiving all the student loan, but waiving $10,000 from our student loan each. They're going to court. So what about you? You can go to court too. So my other idea is, let me get started with you guys. Maybe you can pick up from there. Caller, you need to wait. Let me finish with my idea, please. If you're listening to me, please wait from New York. All of us need to pick up our phone tomorrow and moving forward. Call our congressional people, House of Representatives, the senators, including the White House, and report this matter. We are taxpayers. We fight for our people. And USCIS is taking 3-4 years. They can't approve our case. They approve it. They send it to the National Visa Center. The embassy in Liberia, U.S. embassy in Liberia, or whatever country you come from, we are targeting Liberia tonight because I know for sure. Okay? They are not scheduling our loved one for interview. Some of us sent 2019. Some of us sent 2020. Some of us sent 2021. Let's leave 2022. So we are calling on you to prevail on the executive through USCIS or through the National Visa Center, State Department to get this matter resolved because COVID is finished. And guess what? They will listen to us. That's my suggestion. No lawyer going to get these people to work for you. Trust me. As long as the embassy is not ready for you, my people, people used to do something they call premium processing. You know, anything you want to do, you got to do it to the best of your ability. I decided to do this thing here. I established my agency and I follow immigration news. I follow national visa news. Everything I follow it. The embassy came out and posted on their website. U.S. Embassy in Liberia. In fact, all of them, that's the State Department policy. They are only premium processing 2 categories of visa. Student visa. If somebody got a student visa interview based on their university admission letter, this is winter. Maybe they will be starting school spring. And it is close to get to their school time. They say they can premium process. That means they can expedite it. They will process them. If somebody having the application in there waiting for interview according to their post, and they got life-threatening emergency, medical emergency, and you can show doctor note to prove it, they say they will premium process that case. That's what they say. Rather than that, they want no money from none of our extra money. They don't want it. They will just carry it the way it has been. Send Donald Trump King and COVID King. So my people, that is my own idea. Let's call our policy makers, representatives of your state at federal level in Congress. They're not state representatives. Leave them alone. They're not going to handle that one. Your senators Okay? If you are in North Dakota where I live, we got 2 senators. Okay? We got Kevin Creamer and we got John Hoeven. Are the 2 people represented because of population, low population. North Dakota has 1 representative. Kelly Armstrong, our guy there. However, let us call randomly. That's my own idea. You bring your own idea. Okay, so now officially the telephone numbers are open. If you already have our number, call and push your idea too. And guess what? This conversation we're having, some of them listening already. Because this platform is a public platform. Everybody get it. All right, and we literally go to places that they are, like Twitter, we put it there too, so they can get it. Okay? So now you can call and lay on us your own little idea. Somebody said I should post the number. I'm calling the number before I post it, okay? The numbers are 267-938-2801. The WhatsApp number is 267-648-8012. Those are the 2 numbers. You can call now and give her your perspective. I'm going to get the number printed here also. Okay, 267. All right, that first number I just posted, that's a direct number to call. I'm about to post a WhatsApp number. All right, we got our first caller here. They keep calling, I think, from New York. Hello, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Yeah, Francis, how are you, my brother?
My brother, life is good, man. No complaint.
Thank you very, very much for this show here today. Every day can be about politics.
Of course.
This one is matter to our family people, you know. Some of us, if we could have known that you only thing here since 2019, we could have gone to you, brother. Because, like what you say, some of us will take lawyer. I get my 3 beautiful children in Africa. I took lawyer. I paid 3,000 for each of my child, you know.
That, I say call a Jeho slow. My people. You who can be telling us, say, you get a lot of pride.
Even now, I finished pay the lawyer money, only 1,000 remaining, but the lawyer telling me, say, no need to pay the money here because I already paid 98% of the money. Just 1,000 remaining, but I want to pay. Said last year, she told me to owe to the bank 1,000 because she know I don't have problem with the paying of the people. I already done with the payment. But, you know, I just get a few questions for you because right now the thing is making me so worried until I don't even know what to do, brother. And I go to Africa for 2 times to go see my children. Like now, when we first put the document in, because I and my wife will play TV together and we want together, we came together. You understand? But due to financial problem, I couldn't with my children, I couldn't get money to buy my children ticket. So I decided, I said, okay, I say, let me come and hustle and bring my wife. So luckily we came here, but it was good also for my children to lead it because I wanted my children to grow a little bit, but then my wife to hustle.
Okay.
So after the visa expired, and then we filing for them, we took the lawyer, she charged me and we paid the money, they approved of my children there. So they told her to do the DNA test from here. That one happened in 2019. We did a DNA test, we sent it to the embassy in Monrovia. But then they never called my children to do the DNA. And then they approved of my children.
They approved the case because of COVID act. Because of COVID.
Yeah, but they approved them. And then the next step, they should pay for the visa fee. $440 for each. I pay for the visa fee. You getting me, eh? And they always send me email. Every 2 months, they send my lawyer and they send me email. They say that they received all the documents that they needed. They already received the visa fee. They say, but waiting for the visa interview. And they say, once the time reach, they will get to work. That's the only email they keep sending me. They keep sending me. But I don't know what really happened. I get confused.
No, let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something. Don't get confused, and you need to reduce your tempo. I'll be honest with you. You are not by yourself. Plenty of people in our category, including me, that are talking. I'm helping people myself there. My sister, I got through everything with my sister.
I will help to find a lot of customers for you. Because we that from the Maningo community, and you are very honest guy. Because they think explaining so. People can pay money to see counselor to explain and pay them. So you coming on the kind of platform, educating people free for people to learn. So, bro, you are a very good guy, man. I'm really, really happy to know you discuss about it. And a lot of people in the community get the immigration problem with a family back home. But I don't know what's going on. The people don't want to speed up process to go to start getting interview. I don't know what happened, man.
All right, my brother. So I think you listened to me earlier, but let me just add it there, okay? Let me tell you something. We live in America, right? You get your fridge in your kitchen, take cold water and drink it. Calm down, okay? But let me tell you something. No lawyer going to get your children get their visa. Just get that straight. If any lawyer asking you to give them money for that, don't do it because it's not going to happen. But the best way out, is for us to confront our policy makers. Sometimes they don't know, maybe they don't know because the main problem is, based on what I know and what the bank say, and it is a real thing, but now COVID is over. The embassy was closed, I think, about a year. When they resumed official duty, it was on a skeleton basis, small staff. Right now, our in Liberia last year, they are open to the public full scale, but they don't have many workers to expedite this paperwork. That is a problem. Now, before then, they were dealing with priority date, the official date, the initial day you filed out paper and USCIS approved it. Right now, they're not dealing with that. They are dealing with the official date that you submitted all of your paperwork and National Visa Center saying that email telling you that your case has been documentarily qualified. You have paid all the fees and everything needed to pay. Okay?
Yeah, they want to make you to pay for visa fee and they're not ready for interview.
No, they are ready. Yeah, my brother.
Pay for the visa fee, everything.
Give me a chance now how the system was set up. You have to pay before your loved one go to the interview. Like I said, this is the genuine reason why things have become the way they are right now. Because of that backlog, and even during COVID, when the embassy got closed, we were still filing immigration paperwork. Immigration, even though they're going super slow, but they were still approving and sending it to National Visa Center, and National Visa Center will not refuse it. And they will have to take the fees until Congress can go back to work and change it. But that is why it is. So that money you pay, you're not going to pay no money anymore until that interview is scheduled. And it will not be scheduled until the embassy let them know, not only you, but they say we're ready for Paul case, or we're ready for Mohammed case, or we're ready for Francis case. Until the embassy can do that, National Visa Center is not going to schedule your interview, your loved one interview, for them to go to that interview and get a visa. So the only thing we can do, based on my low man idea, we have to call our representatives, our senators, and prevail on them. This is a situation. We need these people, they just got Congress, they voted 15 times since 1923, according to media report. Okay, so now we got full-scale government running. I think the president need to come up with some kind of executive order like when they pass that COVID stuff. Even myself, I had some people that have pending DNA testing and the embassy was closed. So what happened to that? They approved everybody. I think they need to do the same thing to get everybody visa that in the queue. But we need to speak out. And this is not stopping. By the grace of God, I'm going to keep on trying so that you guys can come on and get some testimony. Eventually, we're going to go there. You know one thing I like about this country? Every time they fall, they can wake up. They can find a way to wake up. That's the thing I love about this country. This thing going to get better, and we're going to go back to the way it used to be. My brother, everything going fine. I find people document. Their family people come here. You don't think my family coming be beating America here? But the people are not coming, and they're not my fault. And myself, I can't do anything much. Can you imagine? I have a partner in Liberia.
Sometimes when I call my children, they tell me to cry. Because last
Don't
year,
cry, my
at
brother.
this time, I was in Liberia. When I call my children, they can say, Papa, well, anything will come before 2023 will be New Year. I can be shocked. I don't even know what to tell them again.
Don't you need to encourage them, you need to motivate them to be patient. It is not your fault, my brother. They're not your one. You know how many people calling right now? 2 people already on the line. So let me end up with you and take the
everything you say about this process. I can tell your listener is 1,000 true. You are not making any story, and you get 100% out here about immigration. So I'm calling all my Liberian people in our Liberian community. If you need to send for your loved one, contact Francis. His price is 1,000 times reasonable. I pay 3,000 for each child, 9,000 for 3 children. So Francis can do it less than 70% of that. So please contact Francis. You'll be the best person to help you, my people. Thank you, Francis.
And please share the show. Please share the show, my brother. Please share the show to your contact. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh God, thank you for life. Wow, I didn't know this how it's gonna be. My people, yeah. Those are you that can be telling. Yeah, caller, sorry, man. Somebody were on the line. You know, we can't drop people here. This is not political conversation. Go right ahead.
How you doing, big brother?
I'm doing fabulous. My life is good, man. I just happy that, you know, people say we are happy. So I just happy about that.
That's good. You know, some of all we have been stuck in the situation throughout. But my only idea towards this thing is I want you draft a letter to all of your clients that you have, including me, although I'm not your client, but I want you draft a letter and you distribute it to all of your clients. Let them carry to their representative, let them carry to their senator, including me. I have 2 senators in South Dakota here, and have my city major here. So if you draft those letters and I can call you personally and give you my address and mail mine to me, and I will take it to the various places. I think it will help us in the process because they allowing us to file in and they just keeping those documents and they don't telling us how these things will happen. If they tell us, okay, but then don't file, fine. But
they're not going to say that because the law already that you can file. They have a situation.
Yeah. So, but people can keep filing and their cases taking 4, 5, 6 years or 3 years and no response. And so, like you were saying, I think we need to go to our senators, our lawmakers, and carry the situation before them. But I will advise you that you draft a letter and you send it to all your clients. Let's all take it to our senator and our representative or see redress. I think that's my only contribution.
Okay. But the only thing I get to tell you, most people are city and state level. I'm talking about local leadership don't really handle this thing. You got to be federal level. So city mayor don't handle it. So we need to deal with people.
I have 2 senators here.
So the 2 senators and the other representatives from South Dakota and we can do that. But I think your advice is very genuine. However, we will look at that to see whether we can do that. So probably I need to host another show, those who will want that, and then we pick up from there because there are some people probably they don't. I know there are a lot of people got issues, but some of my customers we just did it, so we ain't got no issue. Okay, but I know there are a lot of people in the queue. A lot of people. So what I want you to do, the other 267 number that anyway 8012, that's my everyday number.
Okay.
So you can call me later or you can send me your address, your name and your address to that number. I'm not promising in this public manner that I'm going to sit and draft a letter. I will review the request and see what I can do at the level of my agency. But my
Okay.
general idea, my general advice, let us start calling tomorrow because Congress already configured. They got leader now. Kevin McCarthy, that new speaker. And we can even call the speaker too.
Okay.
And let the speaker know. And we can call majority leader, a majority leader, minority leader. We need to call all of them. The letter issue, I will look at it. I think it's a very good suggestion because American people like black and white. We send it to them. They need to solve this matter here. COVID is finished. And they need to get more contractors like IRS coming due because of backlog. Immigration need to do the same thing. The embassy through the State Department need to do similar thing. But they need to work for it because we pay them. We pay them. They need to work for us. All right, my brother. Thank you very much. So you got the number or you want me to call it to you?
I have it already.
Okay. So just text me on that number with your name and your address. And the specific issue you're having, because sometimes when we write this kind of letter, it would be good to include something. If you got for example, they approve your case, that approval letter, you have it. We can include that. If you already did National Visa Center, you got a copy of all your document, we will usually take, how they call it, personal information are like social security number, we can't leave that there. But something like that. And I'm not telling you to send it to me. If I would make that decision to do that letter, which means I will mail the letter to you and you will include that particular personal information and send it to your policy maker at your own level, in your own state. That's how I'm looking at it.
Okay.
All right, my brother. Thank you for the call.
You too.
All right, folks. We are still accepting calls. The numbers have not changed. If you have these numbers, just save it to your contact. Whenever I come here, that's the same number. 267-938-2801. 267-938-2801. Our WhatsApp number tonight is 267-648-8012. Let me pick up the other caller that called earlier. We could not get them because the first caller was very, very frustrating. You know, but that's why it is. But we got to fight back. You know, we got to fight back. That's what we got to do. Okay, let me get this caller. All right, folks, so keep your calls coming. Yeah, caller, you call earlier. What is your name? Where are you calling us from?
Oh, my name is Ezekiel Simpson. I'm calling from Baltimore, Maryland.
All right, great. Ezekiel, you already know what we're discussing tonight, right?
What about you?
I mean, you get noise in the background. I know you got children there. You need to walk away a little bit, please.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, I hear you, brother.
You know what we're discussing tonight, right? Or the topic, we're not discussing politics tonight.
Right. Yeah, I've been following your show, man. I mean, it's my second time. You call it. I saw the one where you got when you and Abraham were online. They were talking about what was going on. I always follow LeBron show and thing.
Okay. So what is your contribution tonight?
So then when I heard Prince were talking about the immigration company that I have something that I want to do, but it's been a long time. I've been afraid to do, but I know whether you guys can help me.
What is it? Let me just say something quickly before you go further, right?
Right.
If you think it is super personal, you don't have to talk to me in this manner. You can take my other number and then call me later after the show if you want to do that. If you're okay with it, then go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it no more. Then we will discuss it
behind the scene, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna take your number. Then we will discuss tomorrow.
Okay, you ready for the number?
Yeah, I'm ready.
267
267, yeah.
648
648, yeah.
8012.
012. Okay.
8012, don't miss it.
Well, I'm going to take it. I'm going to miss it. Yeah, I'll call you. What time you want me to call you?
I mean, call me anytime. Once I'm awake, I will answer you. Trust me. Except I sleep.
Oh, okay. All right,
If I don't answer you, just shoot me a text.
Okay. Thank you so much, bro.
You are welcome, my brother. Thank you.
All right.
All right, folks. So, like I was saying, under 221G, you know, immigration here in America is based on family relationship, proving family relationship, but they're not your auntie. They're not your niece. They're not your uncle. No, don't want them there. The way we define family in Liberia or in Africa is not like that. Immigration laws say if you came to America, you left children back there, you can file for your children upon arrival here. Once you get your green card, you can file for your children. If you were married there, whether you disclose your marriage or not, at the interview, maybe the counselor didn't ask you, and maybe your parents sent for you, they are here in America, and you came, and you left your husband there, you can file for them. You don't have to be citizen for that. Or you came here, you were dating somebody back there, any part of the world for that matter. Whether you woman or you man, you can go by, you can marry them. On green card, not citizenship. On green card, you can go marry them and you can file the people. To prove that relationship is marriage certificate. If someone is your child, to prove that relationship is birth certificate. Because nobody born you and they are not on your birth certificate. Globally, that's how it is. Here in America, the same thing in Liberia and the world over. Okay? That's that. To bring your parents, you have to be U.S. citizen. If you are not U.S. citizen, you cannot file for your parents. Now, people have been asking us whether I can be on green card and invite my parents. Maybe he can give you a try, but in the first place, to send invitation, you got to be U.S. citizen. And in most instances, visitation letter, visitation request, there's another wahala there. What's going on there? I don't want to talk about it. You feel bad. Because I do that almost on a weekly basis. But we cannot discourage our customer, but we got to be honest with you now. Because at the end of the day, you're coming back to me and say, but bro, do not, the thing here is still on. And the only thing I got to do for you is to just give you some information based on what I just telling you. So it better I share with you. It is not the way it used to be. Everything taking long. Before today, whenever I file an invitation letter for somebody to come to the country, I will remain on the computer. And that interview is scheduled. Okay, I just package everything, confirmation page of that DS-160 and send it to the person and they go to the interview. If they demonstrate return, because that is the basis. You must demonstrate return. That demonstration of return is determined by the visa counselor interviewing you. And they're not going to give you any question that you didn't put on your DS-160. And that's what I tell my folks. You got to be very, very careful. You got to remember everything. If you can't remember, write it down. I do packaging and give it to them. And some of them, they put it somewhere else. So 221G, birth certificate, the original birth certificate is supposed to be present at the interview. All of the original documents that we submit through CS, that's the Consular Electronic System that the State Department created for National Visa Center, to use that to submit all of the saved and financial documents on behalf of your loved one. The originals of those documents are to be with the person that's supposed to be interviewed on that date. For any reason one is missing, and you're not lucky with that visa counselor to say, you know what, whether I clear them or not, they actually got everything. For that one people, I would just let it go. But you know, this is America, and American, here in America, and outside of America, they like to follow the book. And I think it's a good thing. So we assisted somebody. Their loved one got that the birth certificate was not available, even though we told them. They actually paid for our service. Our partner took them to the embassy and the birth certificate was not available. It's a sad story, but that is it. A senior citizen. They put a senior citizen under 221G, which means there is an outstanding document, birth certificate. So we contacted them. They were able to send it through further in a few weeks' time. Now, the embassy told us this. I really feel sorry for them. To be honest with you, we stay on the case. The embassy told us we needed to create an account online. They gave us that stuff. I got it ready and I'm going to show it to you. We did that to schedule interview. Not interview, to schedule to submit this paper. To schedule appointment to submit this single birth certificate. This senior citizen has already been interviewed. No interview in real time. They just show the visa counselor flip, say, where's the birth certificate? Oh, the birth certificate not there. Okay, go. And hold the paper and go do that. Since July 27, 2021. Guess what? To schedule the appointment, the visa counselor has to create a slot. And so you have to go on our website every single day. I don't want to use the other word. If the slot is not created, you cannot schedule the appointment just to make that birth certificate available. That is shameful on the part of the U.S. Embassy in Monrovia. It is shameful. A senior citizen, someone who is 65, almost 66, up to this point, no slot available. When you go there, you do everything. It's sure, it's no slot available at this time. So when the slot going to be available, our agency did public inquiry. We actually sent our agent there to go there. They said, no, you can't come here. You got to go by and put it online. But we want to put it online, but no space. When you call, they say the visa counselor is not available. You got to spoil your sleep. You all know we got 6-hour time difference. Those of us that live in the Midwest. It is sad. Before all the drama with Donald Trump coming to COVID, if any document level, they will tell you to scan it and send it to them. They will give you email address to send it to them. Sometimes they will tell you, just drop it off. That's what they did to my mom. I just asked my little sister to go drop it. I said, no, you don't need to bring your Oma here anymore. She's senior citizen. They issue her visa. Today, it ain't working like that. And the policy has not changed. That's the funny part of it. The policy has not changed. If the policy have changed, then let them let us know, but it have not changed. But why are they treating us like that? And we are taxpayers in this country. Okay? So, my people, plenty in there, plenty story. I don't even know when I will catch the funds to start to tell you what to do. Our commitment and motivation for this, yeah, we'll make $1 to $2 when we sit down for you. But you know what? I'm an immigrant and I went to school here. And USCIS was my capstone. And the fundamental reason why I selected that public agency was to understand a little bit of immigration. So that not only that I can deal with my own story, but I can also help to deal with other people's stories. That is our interest. You heard it from the callers. We are not law friends. We are not lawyers. But we do the same thing. We do the same thing. Okay, so my people, it looking ugly. But this is America. We need to fight back. And the way to fight back, we need to talk. We need to call our Congress people, our policy leaders, that will fix it. Maybe they don't even know. Everybody were in a political mode. Election finish, COVID finish. So we need to get to work. So far, so good. If nobody is calling, we're going to stop it here because I got some way. I need to submit on the computer. We keep submitting, by the way. We keep submitting. And you know, this is my personal advice to everybody. Do not get frustrated because your frustration will not help you. Do not also get disappointed too, to the point where you think that different things can happen or different things nothing is going on. And guess what? I talk to my customers all the time. I encourage them to just be patient. Be patient. It's going to work. I don't care how long it takes. Your people are going to come. They are going to come. But all of us just need to be patient. While we're being patient, let us confront our policymakers. Let us let them know what is going on. One of the callers from South Dakota said we should help our customers to write letter and letting Congress know what is going on in our community. This is going on across Africa. I don't know about Europe because mostly African people call me. African people call me. All right? And to follow us, my people, we do a lot of things here. Not only immigration, we also do taxes too. And by the grace of God, maybe either we continue with this topic next week. I'm not too sure because I'm working on the weekend, my regular, white man job. Maybe the following we will be talking about taxes too, because that's another wahala in our community. There are a lot of our people don't read the fine print. And there are a lot of you under my voice right now. You got tax preparers. You don't even ask them for your people until you need it. You ain't really know what you on that paper. Tax issue in America is serious, my people. It is serious. You need to look on it. If you look on it, ask your tax preparer to tell you what they put on it. Go to their office, sit down with them, let them tell you what they put on it. Because at the end of the day, you the one authorize them. I know some of them get into trouble because they carry on funny stuff. But generally, you the taxpayer, IRS is going to deal with you on that. Because there are a lot of our people from January to December 31st, they work. They want more money. Probably they got more money. Between February to April, they also want more money again. But this is America now. One person can eat all. So if you don't have children, for example, you make 65,000. Don't even go to 65,000. Let's just say 50,000. We live in North Dakota. Our minimum wage here, minimum wage, not by law, but on the basis of demand and supply. Employers need people. McDonald's pay $17 an hour. McDonald's. Guess so you know, if you want to move here, we'll find you one job. We'll find you multiple jobs. So most of the jobs here, they already got people up there. Okay? To a point where most of our single mom here, they can't even get child care because you cannot be working more hours making money and you want child care. And there's a threshold, there's an economic threshold attached to that. So far, so good. The only public benefit in America that don't have any economic threshold, it is student loan. Because they credit you. So they're not going to tell you, if you make it 100,000, you can't get it. Okay, we'll get one caller here. Good evening, caller. What is your name? Where are you calling us from tonight?
Yeah, Francis. My name is Kiamta Wea.
All right, brother. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling from Washington, Seattle.
Okay, Washington, Seattle. Lay on us.
Thank you for the information that you have provided.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I am a DV immigrant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what you talk about concerning the tier 2 system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel in, but I feel in the tier 2 system, but at that time, my fiancée was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
So, what would become of my kid?
So if you feel like your dear two sister, you didn't have a child, it's just clear you didn't have a child. Your fiancé or your girlfriend, the way we do it in Liberia, we don't say fiancé, we don't say girlfriend, right? And you agree with me?
Yeah.
So your girlfriend was pregnant, it means you didn't have a child. Because you already filled out the DS2 sister, right?
Yeah.
Before she gave birth.
Yeah, but on the name was not on the DS2 system.
That's why I'm telling you now, you did not have a child. So there was no child. Your girlfriend was pregnant. No story that you can file for that child. Even today, you can get it started.
Okay. In case you had a child and the child was not around, because in Liberia, the information that you give in Liberia is somehow difficult to get clear understanding when it comes to DS2 system.
Yeah, because nobody there to provide you education.
Yeah, but they can provide, but because at that time for me, the information was not given to me. I had a child, but they now told me, say, oh, put a child in there. So I now put a child in there. My first daughter.
Okay.
For me, it's not included on the DS2 system.
Okay. So at your interview window, did the visa counselor ask you whether you had a child or not?
No, they never asked me.
Okay, then. That's not too bad. At least they didn't ask you. However, did you indicate on the DS2 system that you don't have no child?
Yes.
Okay, good job. So this is the way it works, okay? Mm-hmm. Immigration not going to deny you when you don't file. Okay? And they're not going to accept you when you don't file for that child or for the two children, okay? But this is the thing. Depending on the immigration officer that will receive your I-130 application, they might call for something they call DNA or additional evidence.
Okay.
Two things. One thing will come out. Okay? So the other child was not born when you filled out that DS2 say it already established. By the time you do the birth certificate, they will see it.
Okay.
So the other child that you didn't put there because nobody told you to do so. However, the visa counselor did not ask you. Myself, I came to the country, I didn't bring my child. It's not that they didn't know. I didn't want to pull him there. Because there was just too much a family issue. That not really family issue per se, but the whole mindset was, if I bring my child, my girlfriend will say, that may not get time for me.
Yeah, okay.
So the child stayed in Liberia, served as a guarantor, which was the case anyway, because she here now. That's a way different story right there. I can't go there too far because I know what's up. Okay? So, but I brought my children here. I traveled multiple times and now we got one more. So I brought two children to the country that I didn't have my DS2 sister. And one was 1 year, 1 month when I left Liberia. But he's here, he's citizen. 13 years already. Okay? So that now you're one inside it, my brother. Plenty of people inside it. But the thing about it is people don't want to say nothing. They don't want to say any action. They just sit down with it. And they're grieving. They say, if I do it, they will deport me. People have called me and told me, say, the way I put it on the DS2 says it, they say, when I do it now, they will deport me. Oh. I said, but who they not deport because of that?
Okay.
That's another question. Somebody even called and told me, say, somebody advised them to adopt their own children.
Yeah,
I told them.
To admit the clarity that you are giving, I appreciate it because these things, other people like in Liberia, although somebody can guide you, but to get clear understanding on these things is difficult.
My man, you got to hire our agency to work for you. That's all you need to do. You heard what the gentleman said, right? He got to pay 9,000 naira for 3 children.
It's still good. I get your number. We'll be in touch.
So you got to hire us. Everybody get their area. That was Friday, the self man said, right? Everybody get their area. This is our own little corner here. Just hire us. All that planet thing will work with you. Simple as that. So you can file for the 2 children. The other one, they might call for DNA. The other, maybe DNA or something they call affirmation, authentication, and you name it. Immigration got so many names or so many documents they can request for depending on the severity of what they, trying to address.
Another thing, my friend myself, we are here in a sensitive. We had a story that let me get explain to you so you can maybe give me the idea there or tell because you want to work for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In play DV, he played DV along with his wife, his girlfriend, son.
Mm-hmm. Girlfriend, son.
Yeah.
So that another man child there.
Yeah.
But what was indicated? No, hold on a minute. Let me ask you a question before. Did he say that his stepchild or just say the child?
No, he says his son.
Okay, son. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So he filled the DR2 system. He put the child name on the DR2 system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because according to him, he met a girl when a child was baby, and he was brought the labor and they play together. But I play along with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
And he and the child play together, and the woman, but how to find out to process the document, everything. So he left the child, but the child knew it's on the DR2 system.
Okay.
So how can he apply for the child now?
We need to file for I-130 for that child. That child already good to go. They are new on the people. Another thing I forgot to share. I know there are a lot of things, I say loading my plate. This year 2023, I'm going to Liberia matter, we're going to America matter too. Because we keep flipping.
Okay.
So let me tell you something. If you win a DV, put all the children there. If you don't get money to bring all of them, maybe 3 children, for example, husband and wife, that far ready, that plane ticket, that big money, I get it. The best thing you can do when you're doing that DS260, you can say child number 1 is not coming, waiting for 6 months. Child number 2, the same thing. Child number 3, the same thing. So, no, I come in, let me finish. My man, now you're one now, and we're educating, we're doing Q&A, and you're asking, and I'm giving you answers. And these are real legitimate answers.
Yeah.
That's what we call Q&A, question and answer, okay? So if you do that, when you come to America, you got up to 6 months. The embassy will issue visa to the children. After that 6 months, it's done. You got to start all over. Okay? You have to start all over. If you don't select that option 2, you come here, you have to start all over.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. What next?
Yeah, no, that's it. I understand.
My man, I'm not laughing at your story. It is important, but guess what? I know you want inside. Plenty people inside.
Yeah.
Plenty people inside.
Yeah, thank you for the information.
All right, my brother. Thank you for the call too. Are you still there?
Yeah.
You did you take our agency number?
Yeah, I got it already.
Okay, all right. When you're ready, give her a call. Then we'll go. Then we'll pick up from there. So, my people, so far so good. I think it is a very good undertaking based on the feedback, and hopefully we will keep doing this even when I travel. Because my people, and before I forget, my birthday coming on the 15th. Okay, just so you know. All of you honor my voice. My birthday coming on the 15th. This 2023 year, I got to fly out a lot. Okay? But by the grace of God, with good health, everything holding constant, we'll continue this, education or educational initiatives so that our people can get some information. You never know that somebody waiting for some kind of piece of information until you give it out and they call you and tell you exactly what that information did for them. So there are a lot of stuff here. There is no licensed lawyer will offer you this because that will make them not to get money. I challenge you. You got to schedule an appointment. But for us, we are immigrant. We can the same way you can, some of you. Some people came on the refugee stuff, I get it. But me, I came on DV. Some people came on political asylum, some people came as fiancé. But the good news is we came from somewhere and we are here. And that place we came from is not easy there. It's not easy. We all know it. We always helping our people there. So if we have the opportunity to bring them here, we want to get them here. And anything that will be obstacles, all of us got to work together to ask our policy makers here in America to solve it. Somebody is saying here the embassy is listening to that information you are giving on the talk show. Okay, good news. Let them listen. Because the guy with people then over there, they can't process it, we keep waiting. They can't even answer their call easily. When you send an email, it takes forever for them to answer you. And then they want you to give them feedback. All right, this is not a new talk show, Mustafa. This talk show been here for over 5 years now. Okay? It is not a new talk show. It is an old talk show. But for us, our brain here is different. The reason it is different is because we come up with different information that is relevant to the survival of our people, everyday survival. If you get your children in Africa and income, and you finish doing everything you're supposed to do, and you don't know how to go about that, and we come and give it to you free, people already telling, oh, thank you. Okay? So that is the reasons why our talk show is different. And people trying to copy, but they can't just get it. Just like King Carlo, right? King Carlo said, you can't be my size man. Even if you double yourself. So even if you double yourself, you can't be the way we are. We are just the way we are. So just be yourself. Let me post the number for the last time. And then that would be it. But the show number tonight is actually printed. Okay. Somebody said I should post the agency number. All right. Mr. Smo, I'm posting the agency number right now. Okay. All right. After that, while I do that, let me entertain you guys a little bit so I can be quiet. Okay. After that, we're going to call it a night. Yeah, at least I'll be able to do it.
Everybody do that some more. Let's do that some more. Everybody do that some more. Let's do that some more. Why popola. Why semuya why popola. Why semuya why popola. Everybody line up, grab a bottle and do that some more. Everybody line up, grab a bottle and do that some more. Everybody line up, grab a bottle and do that some more. Are you ready? Come on. Go left, right, go back, left, go back, right. That's how you do that some more. Oh, you do that some more. Oh, you do that some more. Oh. Ni makasabi, kalona, kasabi, kalona. Everybody to the zone. Let's do the zone. Everybody to the zone. Let's do the zone. Somewhere's a free music, yeah. Somewhere's a free music, yeah. You can't do it anywhere, anywhere, anywhere.
We got another caller here from New York. I hope. Yeah, hello caller. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, first, I don't want to call you the beginning of the show, man. I just still want to tell you thank you for the effort.
Oh, my brother, don't mention, man. We signed up for this, so we serious with it here. We're not joking, oh.
You know the thing you're doing, just to meet lawyer to explain the case, they can charge you $250. I pay $250. The lawyer said, "Catch my case, just to register."
Yep.
And talk to the lawyer for 1 hour about your problem. $250. I pay.
You see
So
that?
you coming on the show, explaining the whole secret behind it. It's not a small thing there. A small thing, brother.
Thank
But
you.
there are, in our Liberian community, we don't know each other important, until different people there, we can go beyond the different people there who can, charge all that kind of plenty money. Look, like I say, if I could have seen you 2019, I could have even given you that money, brother, because I know that money come to go to Liberia.
I don't even need all that money from you. I can't do that.
Oh, brother,
Nope.
The way
I
you
don't do that.
explain detail about the issue, brother, you have too much knowledge on the thing, man.
Yep.
Too much knowledge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That
Yeah, lot of knowledge on it.
the money you pay over there, we don't even take half of that. Probably we take quarter. Most of our fees, like for I-130 is less than $1,000 per person.
Yeah, you see it?
Less than $1,000.
The embassy really need to speed up things, man.
Yeah.
The embassy really need to speed up things. People, the process is very slow.
Yep.
Process
So
is very
somebody from South Dakota suggested that somebody just hold on, just a few seconds. Somebody call you on the WhatsApp number, okay? Let me answer that.
slow. Okay.
Just wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello, caller on the WhatsApp number.
Francis, you still on the show?
I'm still on the show. You want to talk to me behind the scene?
Yes.
Okay, just a few seconds. When I'm done, I'll call you, yeah?
Okay, Francis, thank you much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
We are only talking to my Liberian people because the way you can help people, if people very good to you, that money me I pay, and they come to charge me less than that. Yeah. You are very good man. But when people see you on the politics scene, they just think say you're the man because you can't do job we are in peace. Yeah, you can give it to job we are so people just think say you're the man.
But the thing about it, my brother, it is just we are giving him a hard time.
Yeah,
All we doing is almost like, for example, right? British Broadcasting System. British Broadcasting System is headquartered in the UK, right? But they got journalists all over the world, and they got other local radio stations that really, they are news, right?
Yeah.
So that's all we're doing. So just we are doing own thing. We just read it. They may get out of the country for 48 to 50 days. He got $92,000 according to his own founder minister calculation, up to $96,000. Just accidental. No other hotel bill on the no nothing. Okay. So the man goes back to the country. He go in the church, according to Christian Dominion Center, Bishop Winger. He said the president went over there so they can tell God thank you for his safe arrival, which is nice. But what did the president do? He used that occasion to denigrate other opposition political leaders. I thought he went there to tell God thank you for safe arrival. That was not the case.
Yeah.
He decided to hide behind the pulpit.
Yeah.
To denigrate other people. By the time we want to talk about that, they may go on Kire Street, he go play basketball. So how you want me to explain that to you? You want me to sugarcoat it? No, it is the way it is. So if you think it just we already understand the severity and the seriousness of the office of the president of Liberia, you think he will be doing that? Nobody said the president should not play. He can play, but George Weah has no strategies. Every day they may want to create an opportunity for him to stay home and watch the football game. How can the man go to county meet? I don't watch it. And this is what I told my nephew. I said, I don't watch a county meet. I am a public policy guy. County meet was brought into where we are right now as a result of the war, to use a county meet to carry on reconciliation and peace building. Do we have that? Is a county meeting that goal? The answer is no. Because you cannot have the president who just wants everything for himself doing a county meet. The man is the most valuable player. I thought we were supposed to be encouraging new talents. Eventually, we should learn them from the county meet from different counties, and then they go to Junior Lone Star. Eventually, they join the national team. Are we doing that? I say no. Because the president want to get, man, don't get me to get into politics tonight, man. I beg you, man. I beg you. Tonight, education. So, I mean, it's just simple. My brother, I was on the other show on Friday, right? The issues room. And I will continue asking this question. We human beings, especially Africans, Liberians from Liberia, in Liberia and here in America, how much do we really need to survive on average? How much? My brother, I don't know you don't know me. We're just talking on the phone, right? If you live in America and you're making 6 figures, your household making 6 figures, let's assume husband and wife and 3 children are 5. My brother, 6 figures is not too bad. $6,000 every month in the country after taxes is not too bad. How can somebody become president in less than 3 months? They get 47 condominium. Okay? How you want to take everybody's money and at the end of the day, you can't really consume it? You send it to the Swiss bank, maybe you send some money to Jamaica through your wife. The other one come to America. If something happened to you, nothing happened to you, down naturally, the country don't get it back. Then why you take it? Chancellor stayed in Bon County for 7 years. He was doing logs from Lofa County all over that place. Before they arrested him, I think it was doing Julie Bryan time. I may coming toward early time. We got some news from whatsoever in the global news that there were $4.5 billion in the Swiss bank bearing Liberian court. Different leaders put it there, including Samuel Doe. Prior to Samuel Kenya's death, he was number 3 richest president in Africa. Number 3. Where that money came from? It came from our coffers.
Okay.
So you ain't want to talk it? Then you might not do it. And now, it is extremely difficult to hire anything besides in the bathroom. In the bathroom, say you get the people the opportunity, they will take it. They will take a picture. And the fundamental reason for that, it is this social media age and smartphone technology. Your own phone can tell you the body in also you hit it gone. So you gotta be careful where you're saving that. And by the time you get out, everybody gets it. Somebody said I'm gonna talk about adoption. We'll do that another time. That's kind of no-go zone. But I will tell you why it is no-go zone. It is saying government of Liberia call it off. They didn't call it totally, but they give it to white people. Yeah, my brother. You said, what's your name again?
Kamara.
First name.
Sidiki.
Oh, Sidiki Kamara. Okay, bro, Kamara.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're very good guy.
All right, my brother. So it is the way it is. So let's just keep pushing. It's gonna get better. Yeah, it's gonna get better.
Yeah. Because I really want my children to live over there before the election.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we are hoping the 2023 probably they will push it a little bit. That is my hope. But until we see it, it is the way it is. So let's just keep our finger crossed. But don't get frustrated when you call the children. Encourage them. Encourage them. Let them just be patient. Everything gonna be all right. Trust me, it's gonna be all right. I believe it.
I know. By the help of God.
All right, my brother. Good night. Good night. All right. So before we go to music and close this thing here, we just want to tell you thank you very much for coming. Let me tell you something. I didn't expect the number of calls tonight, especially the now political talk, hardcore political talk, because our people, our Liberian community, most of the time people like negative conversation, and that push up the viewership. But sometimes we just need to stay off. You know, so again, Kangoma Multi Services, Consulting, Immigration, and Income Tax Services. Okay? You want to file for you want to process your U.S. citizenship and naturalization. You want to file for your husband, wife, minor children, adult children, brothers and sisters, and parents. Call upon us. You want to do initial green card application processing. Maybe somebody came, they like you, or you like them. Or maybe your green card lost, or maybe it got mutilated, or maybe it got expired. You give her a call. We'll do that for you. You want to do adjustment of status? The adjustment of status is basically you keep on visiting. From whatever country you're coming from, you keep on visiting that visiting visa. You want change it? It can be changed through family-based immigration system. Meaning somebody see you, they like you like them, you love each other, you'll get married. We send our people to immigration. It's legal. It's legal, my people. That's how it is. That's the law. All right? So another area is what we call boyfriend, girlfriend business. In America, we call it fiancé, right? Fiancé visa, student visa, employment-based visa application processing, and affidavit support. All that accounting work associated with affidavit support, we're able to do it. And we literally submit all your documents, your financial document and your civil document to National Visa Center, and we'll give you a comprehensive package to send it to wherever your family is. We are also kind of doing something we call work permit. And those of you that came on the refugee paperwork, you know the last time we gave you a news from immigration. They have suspended, not really suspension, but automatically kind of slow down on all green card related applications. For 2 years, 24 months. So that means if you put in for renewal of your green card, it's not expire again. Until the new one can come, you're good to go. If your green card got missing and you put in for a new one, you can't yet, you need to go to them. You need to schedule an appointment. You're not able to do it, call us. We schedule an appointment. You don't got to pay for anything for that. We schedule an appointment. You go to a nearby immigration office. For us here in North Dakota, it's $5. They will give you some kind of paperwork that will stamp it for your job not to send you home. That's all that is about. But if you get your old green card, they already put it in the system. If you do not have it because it lost, then you need to call them to schedule an appointment to give you that piece of paper with stamp on it. If you want to do, like, for example, you want to invite somebody to come to the U.S. on visiting visa, we also help with that too. That's a flat rate payment, small money. We do the letter, we do everything. We submit it in Liberia online. Because other part of the world have graduated from paying money to the bank. But in Liberia, so you got to go to either EcoBank or GT Bank to pay that money. American people money there, then they give a receipt with payment number. And we use that to do the DS-160 submission. For all, we're giving you everything, actually. So you don't need to schedule for appointment, all that stuff, all right? If you want to do income tax too, we are here, we're ready for that. And life insurance, I know our people in life insurance business, they say that death insurance, that's true, that death insurance, but it got a lot of opportunity in there. A lot of opportunity. We are certified and licensed to do that. Okay? So we are also helping folks with student loan repayment. Those of us that went to school here, Don't just graduate. If you are staying in school, you're good. You don't need to do anything. Even though Joe Biden trying to help us with small, forgiveness kind of. But there are a lot of programs for student loan. Those of us that went to school here. Me, I was in school for almost 7 years. So you must know how much I owe. I owe plenty of money, but I don't worry about it. Because somebody who is very proactive. I graduated July. I submitted my application in July for student loan forgiveness. Using public sector, because I work in public sector, okay? Public sector is 10 years. They will make sure they match your income with your household size. But you got to be in one of the categories, either public or private. That means if you're working for government, any government for that matter, it could be city government, it could be federal government, it could be state government, or you're working for not-for-profit organization. Under the Department of Education definition, that's public sector. If you're working for profit-making business, like working for McDonald's, for example, or maybe working for Walmart, for example, or maybe working for Simplot, those of you that are in North Dakota, all right? Or Save-A-Lot, those of you in Pennsylvania. Just like that. If you're working for a university that's a public university, it's also from part of public sector. Then that category is a different category. So the private sector, profit-making people, that is 20 years. With the same category of matching your income to that of your household size. But the period for that for total forgiveness is 20 years. Public sector is 10 years. And guess what? I get 5 years to go. Almost done. So if you owe student loan, don't graduate and sit down and say business will take care of itself. America, yeah, it doesn't work. I'm being honest with you guys. We got to be fair with this thing here. Clear. If you're done with school, you no longer want to go to school, you are done, do the paperwork. Let the people have it. That way, if anything happen like COVID, since COVID can happen, no money to student loan, towards student loan. And my paper will still going. All I do, every year I file my taxes, I give it to them. I say, yeah, yo, Uncle Sam, yeah. That's it. I just say that. So don't just sit down, do something positive. Everything not just impossibility. Don't keep it in your stomach. Try to talk out. Try to call some people in your corner. Talk to them. Maybe that person will talk to somebody. Or maybe this is social media, in the social media era. This is the time for it. Follow some of these talk shows. You never knew they are going to be talking about this thing tonight. If this is your first time now, you say, oh, you know what? I think I need to save the number. I need to come on it. And not only us, but other platforms too. The man says something there that will help you. Even though I know a lot of platforms don't talk about this kind of thing. Yeah, some of them say, "Man, just call your number." Then you will talk it. No, for we talk in public because we ain't committing no crime. It's a good thing. Hopefully, the government can hire us to help to review some of those paperwork. We'll be happy. We got all the credentials we need. Only we're not loyal. Maybe that the one holding us. But you guys now got to encourage us to see whether we can go to the next step, so that we can be able to do it from scratch to end. Even though we're doing it partially. But we still have an obstacle. The obstacle is we can't go to court because we're not loyal. Got to be loyal before you go to court. All right, folks? So, again, like I said, Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting, KMC for sure, LLC, we are here to stay by the grace of God. And we are here because you are here. And you need to support us to support you. Okay? You need to do that. We are asking you, please, you are our #1 market target. You don't want to go to white people. We're not going to go to white people. We're going to come to you because you are immigrants and you are African, just like us. Okay? So again, I will call the number again one more. And somebody said I call it too far, but I'm from Lofa country. I don't know when my tongue becomes so light that I can talk fast. Anyway, no problem. I will go super slow tonight so that I can have that ugly feedback. The numbers to call us. Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting, Immigration and Income Tax Services. The first number is 267 648 8012. 267 648 8012. Don't get confused. 8012, that is the same thing as 8012. In addition to that, the number is printed. If you go to the show, just go to the comment section, you will find it there. The numbers are also at the top. The same number I'm calling is also part of the talk show when I'm here by myself. When AB and I here, the number doesn't show that. But when I'm here by myself, if you don't get it from my mouth, just go to the show. You will get it. So the second number is 701-330-4693. 701-330-4693. Our website address is www.kangomaconsulting.com. www.kangomaconsulting.com. Everything we talk about here is there. Everything there. We still putting more stuff there, but what you need right now, everything right there. But man, don't ask me that your political question. The money Samuel took, I don't know where he put it. I'll go ask Uncle Sam, maybe they will find it. So somebody here, Ayo Prince Kamara, you say you want my number? I just call the number if you can get it there, but I'm going to post it right here. Okay, so I'm posting it right now. If you're hearing me, just take it from there. That's the number. That's the first number. The second number is coming. All right, we almost done, okay, folks? So if you want to call me for business, whatever that business is, those are the two numbers you need to call. If you want to know more about us, go online and go to our website, www.kangomaconsulting.com. If you are in the North Dakota area, go on the Secretary of State website and search for Small Business Administration. We are listed. If you go on Google, by the time you say Kangoma, the rest of it will pop up. The first three letters, you'll get us. We are listed there too. We are running in multiple states and cities. All right, so everything is legit. Don't worry about that. So support us to support you. We too want to tap into the American opportunity, okay, in terms of business. So we are not just political analysts or talk show hosts, but we do a lot more than that. And we also go to work too, just the way you go to work. All right, so folks, I want to say thank you very much for joining me tonight. We appreciate your time. You know, we love you all, but God loves you the best. Stay in your little corner. Don't get frustrated over anything so far so good. Are you Prince Kamara? Yes, you can call me after the show, brother. You can call me. I got a fourth person already there waiting to call me after the show. So I need to get out before my blessing pass by me, all right? Y'all thank you plenty and I play music again. Y'all thank you. I think y'all got enough. So by the grace of God, next week or week after next, we'll do another edition of Q&A. All right? Thank you plenty and have a nice night, depending where you are.